Hello and welcome to the workshop. Now some of you guys might have seen an episode a couple of weeks ago where I popped a water balloon inside of resin. Now I've got to admit, that felt a little uneventful. I was expecting something a little more like this.
Look at that, this thing looks like... Oh!
So on today's episode, we're going to try it again, except this time we're going to amp it up a little bit. So instead of using water, we're going to use Diet Coke, and then we're going to add a little special ingredient, Mentos. Now if you guys saw yesterday's episode of the vlog, you would have seen that I've already done a couple of tests to try and figure out the best way to do this. Now even though I was just filling these balloons with water, I still feel like this is the best way to go, the two balloon method. I'll be adding Mentos to one balloon and Diet Coke to the other. And then once I pour in my hot resin, I'll be able to take my twin pokers and pop these balloons. Now as we all know, when you drop Mentos into Diet Coke, it creates a little fountain or a gusher. So if this experiment goes to plan, we should end up with something like this. Now the first step in this experiment is to fill one of these balloons with some Diet Coke. Now if you've ever filled water balloons before, you know that it takes a lot of pressure to get the liquid in. So I'm going to have to use this syringe to pump in the Coke. Hopefully we don't lose too much of that fizz. This was a lot easier with the water. Now if you guys can possibly think of an easier way to do this, let me know in the comments. Okay, now I'm going to let a bit of this air out and we'll tie it off. Hopefully it doesn't break. I really don't want to do this again. And there we have our little Diet Coke balloon. Now I am a little worried that I let out too much gas because I feel like that's what creates the reaction with the Mentos. Now adding these Mentos should be a lot easier than the Coke. And I think I'm going to add 2 as well. This is like trying to put your socks on a wet foot. Okay, I should be able to put a bit of air in this now. In drops 1 Mentos. Oh no, I just split it. I'm going to try yellow this time. Maybe that'll be better. There we have it. Now I think what I might do is I'll add a little bit of air to this before I tie it off. And then we have our Mentos. So now that I've got my Mentos balloon and my Coke balloon, I need to join these two together, and I'm going to do that with some 5-minute epoxy. So while I'm waiting for this glue to dry, I thought I'd give you guys a quick insight as to how long I've been planning this experiment. Now some of you guys might have seen this sitting in my fridge in some past episodes. Now this is the original bottle of Diet Coke that I bought to do it, and you can see here it's got an expiry of October 21. So it's been about 3 years. Now I guess the reason it's taken me so long to do this experiment is because I didn't have a clear vision of how I was going to do it. I just wasn't quite sure of how to get that Mentos into the Coke. And to be honest, I still don't know if I'm doing the right method. But I guess we're going to find out very soon. So now that that glue's dry, I need to mix up one more batch so we can glue down the bottom of this balloon to the bottom of the cup. So it's been about an hour since I glued the balloon down because I wanted to make sure it was fully set. And as you can see here, we are definitely losing some Diet Coke. So the next thing we need to do is get our resin mixed up, get it in there before we lose too much more. Now the resin I'm using for this one is Artcast Slow Set. Now, even though this is slow set, it should still start to cure in about 30 minutes. Now, just like the last experiment, I'm going to wait for this resin to heat up a little bit before pouring it into the cup. And also, just like last episode, I'm going to make sure I've got all my safety equipment on.
Okay, I think that's feeling warm enough now. So what I might do is we'll turn this cup up and then we'll start pouring this resin. Now hopefully that balloon stays stuck down the bottom here and doesn't come off. Okay, that's looking pretty good. So now all we need to do is wait until this resin starts to get really hot. And I'm going to wait for it to cure a fair bit at the top before we go sticking these needles in. Now when I go to put my needles into the side here, the cup's going to want to shift over. So I'm just going to put this weight behind it, that way the cup doesn't move. Now one other thing I need to do with these needles is once we're ready, I'm going to fire up my blowtorch and heat these up. That way I can get easily through the plastic cup. It's getting warm. I don't think we're too far away now. I think it's time I got my face shield on. So I think we're starting to get really close. We don't have any steam yet, but it is starting to get too hot to touch. Okay, the resin's firming up. I might start heating. Okay, we're going. Here we go. Oh, the Mentos isn't going. Oh no. I can't get the Mentos out. Oh, that's a big disaster. No. We got the Coke out. I couldn't get the Mentos out. Oh, no. I don't really think there's anything I can do either. It looks like all the Coke just shot straight out of the hole. It didn't actually pop the balloon, which is so surprising because the resin down here, it's nowhere near set yet. Up the top's quite hard because you can see because we captured everything, it didn't kind of get out. But yeah, that's amazing. I can't believe that bottom balloon didn't just burst. I mean, that looks amazing. That's such a cool effect. And that balloon down the bottom there, you can see we trapped our Coke right in the middle. Wow, I can't believe that didn't work.
I can't believe that didn't work. I really think I need to try this again, except this time I'm going to put a lot more air in the balloon that had the Mentos in it, and hopefully it's enough to get them to pop. So what I might do is I'm going to do all that off camera, and I'm going to cut to the part right now where it's nice and hot and they're ready to pop. So I've just been having a think about it, and I think what I might do is I'll fill another balloon with the Diet Coke, but the Mentos dropping in is our problem. Now I think the way to solve this is I'm going to take one of these little bottles here, I'm going to cut it, I'm going to put 2 Mentos in there, and then I'm going to glue it. Oh, can you hear this thing going off? It's pouring bubbles out the side, look. I think what I might do is cut the top off this bottle, and then I'm going to put 2 Mentos in it and glue it to the top of here. That way, when I pop the balloon, these are just going to fall straight in. We're not going to have another barrier there. So hopefully that works. So I'm going to cut this now. I'm going to come back once I've got all this glued together, glued in the cup, and then I'll show you what I got. So I've just finished gluing the 2 Mentos on top there, and it kind of looks like a creature that should live under the sea.
Almost like a jellyfish, hey?
It is almost like a jellyfish. I've now gone ahead and glued the balloon inside the cup. I've also mixed up my resin and I've modified my poker. Now, since I only need to pop 1 balloon this time, I only need 1 needle. So all I'm going to do now is wait for this to heat up, get it into this cup, and then when it gets really hot and steamy, I'll give it a poke.
Now, I don't know if I forgot to mention, but I did actually leave a fair bit of air in the balloon this time. And I'm hoping that aids in the popping to get that big split that we want. I'm also going to try and poke it on an angle to try and get this needle into the cavity where the Mentos is. And hopefully that helps. Okay, we're starting to solidify. Okay, let's go. Oh. Are they in there? Oh, I don't think they're in there. Oh, I can't believe it didn't go. No. I wonder if I could turn this upside down. Oh, I don't even know what to do. They're just stuck in there. Wow, that's so hot. You can see the Mentos. They've escaped. They're on the bottom. Oh, this is a mess. Now I know why I've waited 3 years to do this experiment. This is why. We're starting to get a lot of bubbles in there. I actually think the Mentos is starting to react with the resin now. It's giving off a lot of gas. You can see it's really starting to happen on the side here. Oh, I can't even turn it. I think I better just stand back a little bit, just in case there's some kind of lift off there. I'm sitting way back here, and I can see that the cup is bulging on top. So it's building a lot of pressure.
Well, I got to admit, I feel pretty deflated right now. But I have been thinking, I'm going to try this again. I have to get this to work. And I have one more idea that might just do it. Okay, are you ready to see what I've come up with? Check this out. Looks like a virus. I've decided this time to leave nothing to chance. That's why we have so many on there, and they're not going to be covered. That's going straight in the cup. I'm going to put the needle straight in the side, and surely there is enough there that's going to create our little gusher. Now my plan for this one is going to be a little different. I've already mixed up my resin. The balloon's stuck down. Now instead of waiting for it just to get warm and then pouring it in, I am going to wait for this to get red hot. That way as soon as it goes in, it's only going to be seconds before the needle goes in, because I don't know what's going to happen when the resin hits the Mentos, because maybe if they get a coating or they start to react, it might not work. This might not work anyway, you know. This third time's a charm, right? So, super hot, straight in, needle in the side, and let's just hope we get it.
Okay, we're getting warm, we're right there. Now I need to make sure I dodge these Mentos, so looking at where I need to line up, where it says "G'day mate" on the side there, I think so I make sure I get the balloon, I need to go right through that hole in the A. So if I go through the A hole, I should be right. I should be able to get it and pop that balloon, hopefully. You know what? I think I'm just going to go now. Because if this starts to solidify on top, it's game over. Hopefully it doesn't damage the Mentos. Wow, it's getting really hot. Okay. We're in.
Hi everyone, I just wanted to quickly interrupt this episode to let you guys know at the very end of this video, there's a special fourth pop that's been recommended by you guys.
Alright, let's fire this up. Okay, let's do it. Hope for the best. Oh! Well, that was the most violent one we had yet. It's all gone to the bottom. Maybe I can turn it. Can't believe it. Look how hot the resin's going. Look at this one. She's smoking. I can't believe it didn't work. I just can't even get any reaction down there. Yeah. I don't think we're going to get anything out of it. I feel like the minute we popped it, it all exploded, but all the Mentos just went straight to the bottom. It did the complete opposite of what we needed it to do.
I can't believe it. I've been working on this project all day, 3 attempts, 3 failures. But hey, did we have fun doing it? I did. I love not knowing what's going to happen. And this was 3 cases of not knowing what was going to happen, because what I expected to happen didn't. So, you know what? We got 3 cool desk ornaments. I might randomly add them into people's orders over the next couple of days. Who knows? You might order an egg and you might end up with a Mentos Coke concoction, resin concoction. But anyway, if you guys enjoyed this video, please let me know by hitting the like button. And if you want to see more episodes like this, maybe some more successful episodes, not so much failures, hit subscribe. I put out new videos every week. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time. You didn't think this video was over, did ya? This morning I put up the Mentos vlog, and I have such amazing subscribers because you guys commented the best suggestions to get this to work. You guys suggested that I fill one balloon with Coke and then get a second balloon, fill it with Mentos, and then tuck this one inside the big balloon. And then hopefully I can either pop this one first, capturing the Coke inside of this balloon, then pop this one, or I pop them both at the same time and it works. So thanks to these amazing people right here, because without your suggestion, I wouldn't be doing this right now. Now I am going to quickly cut this video right now and we'll check back when I'm ready to pop it. So just quickly, I know I said I was going to cut to the pop, but I just wanted to show you guys this. I've got the orange balloon inside the pink one. Now I was going to try and have the two tails hanging out, but I think what I might do is just tie this off as one, because there's no pressure on the pink balloon. So once I put the needle in, it should only be the orange one that actually pops. So I think we're going to be safe. I've jammed about 8 or 9 Mentos in there. So I'm going to tie this up, glue it down, and then we'll cut to the pop.
We're getting pretty hot, so it's not too long now. So we're firm on top now, but we're still soft down the bottom. So I'm just going to track it all the way down until I feel it's ready. Okay, I'm a little worried it's going to flash cure down the bottom here. So I'm going to start hitting up the poker. Okay, let's do it. They're right down the bottom. Oh. Wow. Oh. No pop at all. Wow. I did not expect that. No pop at all. Oh, I can't even get into the top there. Oh, no. Wow.
Well, it looks like that one didn't go to plan either. I think maybe the resin might have heated up too much on top, but I just wanted to make sure that I had every opportunity to get that balloon to pop without shooting the coke out before it had a chance to hit the Mentos. So I think that's as good as we're going to get for now. So if you guys have any more suggestions, make sure you let me know. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.